What's up, y'all? This is your boy Dorian. I will be doing a recap on Power, episode 7. Now, I don't know about y'all, but this has been one of my favorite episodes in a minute. A lot of people, it's been a lot of mixed reviews, but honestly, I like this. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the review. And don't forget, hit that thumbs button up. The episode starts off with Ghost with a gun to Tariq's face. Now, at first I was like, yo, he gonna kill this little nigga? But, I mean, that's why I say Tariq kind of like a smart nigga because he knew his dad was gonna kill him. But I was just like, oh shit, but I loved it because he finally digged in his motherfucking ass. Because Tariq needed his ass digging. But I thought it was such a dope scene, because now, like, I think Tariq know, like, his dad not playing. Like, stop playing with me, little nigga. My favorite part in that scene is when he was like, I helped Tommy out because I owe him, and he grabbed him. He was like, I gave you life, little nigga. You owe me. I was like, yes. Let him know. But I fuck with that scene. I feel like Tariq needed his ass handed to him for real because he been moving reckless, like, and exactly what he said, like, don't ever think for 1 second that you smarter than your dad. You smart like your dad, but you ain't smarter than him. So that shit was dope. In the next scene, we see Tommy talking to Lakeisha about everything. I think they was talking about Tariq, and she's basically like trying to get Tommy to cut him off or whatever. And Tommy's like, nah, that's my nephew or whatever. Like, I've known him all his life. That boy's my heart. Like, I can't do him like that. And Keisha's basically over it. She's like, so what the fuck are me and Cass? And I'm like, you know, Keisha really been getting on my nerves this season because she's trying to be something that she not. And, like, she's trying to change this man. And this nigga is going to be him exactly like he told his mom. When she was like, oh my God, she was like, you're a criminal and murder. He's like, I am a criminal and a murderer. Well, that's exactly what he is. So, you're not changing this zebra stripe, so let it go. Move around me, y'all, because some of these scenes I'm going to skip. Some, the boring ones. But, and next scene, we see Ghost and Tasha talking about Tariq. I guess he tells Tasha that he put a gun to Tariq's head. And Tasha's like, what's wrong with you? Why would you put a gun to our kid's head? You crossed the line. Ghost is just basically like, I think I got to him. Mind you, Tariq is listening on the outside the whole time. Ghost is like, I think I got to him. I got my point to him. He's going to go to school. He's going to live a nice life. He's going to have the life I never had. Like, and it's just like, it's just funny because, like, that's why I kind of fuck with, a lot of people don't fuck with Tasha, but I fuck with Tasha because she's a smart bitch. Excuse my friends, but she's a smart chick. And Ghost is smart, which it kind of makes sense why they were together. You know what I'm saying? Because they're both very smart and intuitive. So Tasha's like, this nigga's not going to stop. Like, Tariq going to do what he want. Like, and that's the thing I think that Ghost is having a hard time grasping is the fact that his son was indicted in his life. Once he killed Ray Ray for killing his sister, yo, like, that's when it was, like, official, like, Tariq, you in the game. And his dad's having a hard time, which I can understand, because who the fuck wants that life for their kid? But unfortunately, it is what it is. In the following scenes, you see that they find the boxes. What's his name? 2-Bit, Spanky, and I forget that other nigga's name. Softy, that's what I'm gonna call him. They find the boxes empty that Tariq stole from. If you watch the episodes prior, you've seen that Tariq broke into a warehouse and stole some of the boxes, whatever. But in those scenes, you see them find the boxes, and coincidentally, Lakeisha walks in. She, I guess, overheard what they were saying, and she's like, I'm gonna let Tommy know. She was getting on my nerves. I'm gonna tell Tommy. I'm gonna tell Tommy head ass. Like, I'm sorry, Keisha just be getting on my nerves. And then 2-Bit grabs her, and he's like, don't tell Tommy. You know, if you do that, he's just gonna go crazy. And she's like, get the fuck off me. She was like, he need to go crazy on your ass. Like, okay. But, 2-Bit is kind of funny. Like, he a weird nigga, but I'm also like Spank, because Spank funny as shit. But that scene was just funny to me because You could tell, like, she just not cut out for this. So in the next scene, you see Lakeisha come home. I guess she thought Tommy was home because she's about to, tell Tommy. And she get a knock on the door, so she grabs the gun. That part was funny to me too. And it was Tariq knocking on the door, and Tariq is basically like, yo, is like Uncle Tommy around? And she's like telling him, like, you need to go. Like, I put my life on the line for you. Like, it's too much. And then he asked her if he's in Brooklyn, which kind of raised Keisha's eyebrow because she was like, how do you know, like, he's in Brooklyn? Like, so I guess that's how she kind of, like, she's starting to put two and two together. But one part that I did love in that scene is when she was like, when he told Lakeisha that Ghost put a gun to his head, and she was like, good, somebody need to for you trying to be something you not. And he was like you with that gun behind your back. I love that shit because it's facts. Like, what are you doing, Keisha? Like, she was dead ass that homegirl that they kept out of, like, the loop because they don't want her a part of that shit. And now she fucking with Tommy. It's just so funny to me because Tasha was such a bad person for this and that. But you literally put yourself in a situation to be with somebody in a lifestyle that you were complaining about being dragged into. So I thought that part was dope. And it was also funny too because that's why I say Tasha be knowing. Like, Tasha be fucking knowing. But how she pulled up on Tariq and was like, I knew you would be here, whatever. He's like, I just came here to say goodbye to Tommy. And he was like, don't tell Ghost. She's like, I'm not. You gonna tell your dad. That was pretty funny. Moving right along, the next scene that pops up is, what was it that happened? Oh yeah, Blanco. Blanco, Sax, and I forget the bald-headed, the boss, the chief, whatever his name is. They're all sitting in the room or whatever, and they're talking. And I guess Sax brings up that, what the fuck did Sax say? He forgot to mention something that he didn't tell him. He was like, why are you still here? So as soon as he leaves, he's like, Blanco, like, I need you to find dirt on him. And she was like, with all due respect, her voice annoys me. With all due respect, I came to find the murderer of Angela Valdez. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry if you thought that was a suggestion, because it wasn't. I kind of fuck with him because I like how he be coming, and I'm ready to get Sax out the way too. So the next scene that you see is them having, like, I guess Ghost referred Tate. He's out of the hood program. It's like, no. Ghost brought Andre, his daughter, for the publicity, whatever. And it was just funny how Dre was like, no, don't post these pictures up until after the election. Because I in my head, I'm like, yeah, okay. Because I knew they was going to post it anyway. Because Tate don't give a fuck. And then it was mad funny because after that, Ramona, her voice is funny. She's like, Tate. It was just funny how she was just digging his ass. Like fuck out of here. Like, well, that's not what she said. But it's just always funny to me when she be digging in his ass because he be deserving that shit. I can't stand that nigga. But she's digging his ass, and then it goes back and forth between her going in and then Ghost talking to Andre and basically telling him to, like, be careful. You know, Tommy might be looking for you, X, Y, and Z. So it was pretty cool. And then when Ghost came in and just smirked at Tate, because he already knew what was going on, that was dope. Because Tate be trying to do some funny shit, and that's why I fuck with Ghost too. Because my nigga Ghost be knowing what's up and always get that nigga back. He always. So that was next coming scenes. You see Keisha talking to Tommy. Tommy, I guess, is basically just now coming in. He's like, I seen your text. My bad. I couldn't get back to you. What's going on? And then she's like, there's product missing at the warehouse. And he's like, who? And then she tells him the story about Tupid, how he grabbed her arm. And he was like, oh, that motherfucker been asking for it. And she's like, wait, Tommy, I don't think it was them. I think I was wrong. Which annoyed me too, because it was like, what was the point of bringing up? Like, Keisha want to be saved so bad, but whatever. And then she just puts him on like, yo, I think it's Tariq, because Tariq came to the house. Tommy's like, I'm tired of hearing about Tariq. You always got some shit to say about Tariq. That's my family. Let it go. And she's like, nah. He brought up whatever about Brooklyn. How does he know where the warehouse is? And he's like, he wouldn't know, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, he's not the same kid anymore. Like, which I like how she kind of said that, because it was true. Like, Tariq ain't the same no more. Something we all know. And Tommy was like, nah, it's not him. And she was like, he's gonna lie to your face again. And he's like, I'm gonna ask him. So I was kind of interested, like, to see how this was gonna play out. So moving right along, in the next scene, you see Reek meet up with Dre. They having like some fake ass casual conversation. And that's why I say Reek, it's just so funny to see how his character grew, like, throughout the show, because he's literally his dad's kid. Like, he's literally acts like his dad and Tasha. Like, that's how smart he is. And he's basically telling Reek, like, I want product. Reek is like, nah, nigga, you get caught too much, which was mad true. He does get caught all the time. And Dre was like, nah, nigga, like, if you don't, I'm gonna tell who was it? He said Tommy, or he said something. He was setting him up, and Reek was like, "Wow, same old Reek." I mean, not Reek. What the fuck? Dre was like, "Same old Reek," and Reek was like, "Yeah, nigga, you ain't changed either." I was like, "Word," because he definitely didn't. But what he ended up doing, giving his ass that coke, and because Reek ain't trying to get killed. Like, this nigga literally out in these streets trying to fend for himself. So that was interesting to see, because you just see, like, if y'all pay attention to the show, y'all see, like, how much he act like his parents and how far along he came. So that was kind of funny. I was like, I fuck with that shit. You see Blanco. She finally meets up with Alicia Marie. For those who don't know who Alicia Marie, which if you're watching this, you should know. But she's Proctor's daughter. And she's just like, hey, like, I'm sorry about what happened to your dad. The little girl's like, do you know who killed him? She's like, we're working our hardest. We're working our hardest, Alicia and Marie, to find your killer or whatever. And then Alicia and Marie's like, oh my God, what's the unicorn? What's the unicorn? She basically tells Blanco that the unicorn, her mom gave it to her, and she's always supposed to have it when she goes to her dad's house. So you see Blanco kind of like connecting the dots in her head. That was kind of funny, because I'm like, yes. Like, in a way, I want her to get that shit, because this nigga sucks. And then, in the next couple scenes, you finally see, what does Blanco find? She finds a little unicorn. I was like, yes. And it's always funny when, like, scenes like that be happening in shows. Even in real life, like, when you know you guilty, you're trying to find something, and then you happen to see that person, because, she ends up running into Sax right away when she was in his office, and she found a little unicorn. So that was kind of funny to me. Following up, you see Tariq and Ghost and Tasha at that prep school. Basically, he gets accepted into a new prep school. He gives, like, this fake-ass speech, which cracks me up, because I'm like, yo, Tariq, a professional con artist. I low-key get a kick out of this little nigga, because he just be fronting. And then after that, they go to the house, and Tasha's like, did you read the syllabus or whatever? He's like, I read it all. And he was like, ain't got shit on the other school. And she was like, then you should be getting straight A's then, huh? And then she's like, you got something to tell your dad, though? And then he finally tells Ghost that he met up with Tommy, and that Keisha knows that he stole the drugs, whatever, the pills from the warehouse. And it'd be funny, because, like, that's why I say, y'all gotta really pay attention to the show, because they be low-key giving clues. Like, for example, if y'all watch episodes prior, when Sax told, not Sax, that bald-headed FBI that's, like, ahead of all of them, when he met up with Proctor, and he was like, you got one more chance to tell me what's going on, or is it going to be a death at your own funeral? And what ended up happening, he ended up dying. But if you pay attention close to the scene, you see Ghost reading the fuck out of Tariq. Because Tariq was like, I'm scared Uncle Tommy's going to come after me. Which is bullshit, because, nigga, you want to go meet him. You feel me? So, Ghost was just like, I got you, son. Like, he be reading the fuck out to Tariq. And then following that scene is when he meets up with Lakeisha. She's like scared, and then she goes in her purse for her gun, like her. And he basically tells her like, "Yo, you're not cut out for this life. So I'm giving you a check. Move far away in Atlanta. Have a nice life for your son. Like, this isn't a life that's for you or whatever." And it's just so funny because if you watch Power in the previous seasons, the way Lakeisha's moving is just like Holly. If y'all already know, Tommy be killing his chicks. So it's just interesting to see how this show gonna play out, or what's gonna happen to Lakeisha. You know, I did hear we got 15 episodes, so we in this till December, baby. Like every Saturday. So I'm just curious how this is all gonna play. You see, what the fuck is Sax link up with Dre, and he's like, "Oh, you haven't been giving me the info that I need." And Dre real cocky, like, "I got my daughter now, nigga, fuck you." And he's like, "I ain't gotta talk to you, like, I'm out." And he throws him the little ankle bracelet. And Dre's like, "Nigga, fuck you, like, I got my kid, like, I'm out." And he's like, "Oh, that's cool." He's like, "Except when you get back home, you're gonna have police surrounded by your crib." And Dre's like, "What?" Like, he's like, "For the murder of Maria Suarez." And he's like, "Nigga, what? I ain't killed her." He was like, "Yeah, well, if you don't find no more information, yeah, you're the one." And then he puts the ankle bracelet on. He was like, "I now welcome you, my lawfully wedded snitch." I was just like, yo, he's such an asshole. And then following after that is when Tommy, he's sitting at the table with his beer, and 2-Bit, Spanky, and the other nigga come in, and Tommy's just like, "Yo, so why the fuck did you put your hands on Lakeisha?" He was like, "She had no right accusing me of stealing. Like, that wasn't me." And Spanky is funny. Like, yo, I don't know about y'all, but that little nigga be having me dying during the show. Because he be speaking some facts. Like, he telling him, like, "Yo, your head all wrapped up around this bitch got you moving irrationally," which is facts, because I don't know about y'all, but I feel like Tommy been moving crazy this whole season. Which is, I feel like Tommy would probably be on Ghost level as far as intellect, because he's a very smart man. He's just very impulsive. Like, this nigga doesn't think before he just shoots. Like, if you think about it, this nigga killed mad people this season and pretty important characters on the show. You feel me? So I think like 2-Bit was saying some facts, and then Tommy be funny. He was like, "I'm gonna let you walk." To 2-Bit. No, not 2-Bit. I'm sorry. Spanky has said that, whatever. But Tommy's like, "I'm gonna let you walk," to 2-Bit. And 2-Bit's like, "You ain't gonna let me walk do shit." He was like, "Get the fuck out of here." That shit was funny as fuck. And then Spanky said whatever he said. He was like, "You got your head all fucked up. That's you, my nigga." Like, but no, what he said was like, "Am I fired too, big bro?" Like, that shit had me dying. I don't think Spank is funny as hell. Next coming scenes, and guys, I'm sorry if I skip through certain scenes. Maybe like the political shit. That's the boring shit. But in next coming scenes, you see 2-Bit and Spank talking about Tommy. And 2-Bit like, "Man, fuck Tommy. And then Spank basically, they try to brainstorm. Like, Spank like, "Yo, like, I'm trying to get back in the game. Like, why don't we are back with Tommy? Like, why don't we scare Lakeisha?" Or who was it? It was either, was it 2-Bit that came with the idea of Spank? One of them niggas, but they come up with the idea to have one of their boys scare Lakeisha, have her go back home or whatever. And Spank was like, "Word, that's how we could get in. And we gotta find this nigga Dre." Oh, because Spank was on his phone and he seen the pictures. Remember what I told y'all? Of course, they was gonna post them pictures. He see the pictures with Dre, his daughter, and them take pictures. He's like, "Yo, let's get that nigga and serve him to Tommy. That's how we get back in." So I was kind of curious how that was gonna play out. Because I remember initially they was talking about let's kill Ghost, which y'all niggas is stupid. Because 2-Bit's still a little salty that Ghost tried to kill him and Tommy. Mainly Tommy, but he taking it like he trying to kill both of them. So this nigga, that's why if you seen the episode prior, he was like, give me your watch, nigga. Which I'm kind of curious how that's going to play out. Because Ghost, I know he don't forget faces. So we going to see about that. Scene you see Reek pull up on Tommy. Reek like, what's up, Uncle Tommy? I've been trying to get in contact with you. And Tommy's like, yeah, cut the bullshit. So Lakeisha told me she thinks you stole from the warehouse. Is that true? And he's like, why would I do that? And Tommy's like, yeah, I'm gonna ask you again. Did you steal from the warehouse? Like, just keep it real. Like, and Reek was like, all right, Uncle Tommy, I did, but that's because Vincent was on my ass and blah, blah, blah. Tommy's like, okay, how hard is that? I put my life on the line for you. He's like, oh my God, Uncle Tommy, oh my God, Uncle Tommy, please. He was like, you felt that? That's the game, Tariq. Like, I like how like Ghost and Tommy is giving this nigga a reality check because he want to be a part of the game so bad, but he don't really ever be on the short end of the stick. Like when he was faking it for Vincent or for his dad, like that was his fake little dose. Or when Vincent grabbed his head and put him on the table, like. So, like, I like how they kind of, like, keeping it real with him because it's just like, yo, you're dead ass cutting ties or you're building bad, you're building bad blood between, like, people that dead ass care about you, like, your family, you feel me? You don't ever go against the grain, so I thought that was dope. And then, you know, you see in this scene that Tommy cuts off Reek and tells him, like, yo, I guess you're not family no more. And you could tell that shit really hurt him. So it's interesting to see that how that play out. In the following scene, you see Keisha getting robbed by that nigga. He comes in the shop, puts an umbrella, whatever, pins her up against the wall, puts the knife. And she did like some kung fu shit, like knee him in the balls, hit him. He sliced her arm a little bit. She goes in her purse, and what does she grab? Shoots the nigga's dead. And I was just like, oh shit. Like Keisha officially killed somebody. You in the game now. So that was interesting to see. Yeah, that was like crazy. The next scene you see 2-Bit and Spank, they kidnap Dre and they bring him to what's his face? Tommy. And the other bald-headed nigga. And Tommy was like, had the gun, whatever. Dre like, no. And Dre talked too fucking much. He talking about, they got me working both sides. I got a bracelet on my leg. I'm just like, why the fuck would you say that? They're like, throw him in the dirt. Meanwhile, I guess he took Ghost's phone, not Ghost, Dre's phone, and he see that Tommy text. I keep messing up names. He sees that Ghost had text Dre and was like about to meet up with Vincent. Not Vincent. Why I keep messing up all their names? Jason, and for him to meet him, whatever. And literally, like Keisha starts calling him like, Tommy, you need to come here now. It's an emergency. So 2-Bit and Spank and the bald-headed dude do whatever with him taking. The following scenes, you see Tommy pull up on Keisha, and she's like, he was like, what the fuck happened? She's like, we gotta kill this motherfucker Ghost. He was like, how you know Ghost did it? She's like, cause that nigga had Ghost name all up in his mouth. That shit was funny to me. And Tommy's like, oh shit, we gotta get rid of him. She's like, why? No. She was like, it was self-defense. And then Tommy hit her with some shit like, so when they ask you where you got the gun, what are you gonna tell them? And like he brought her back down to reality, and she was like, I don't want this life. I want to live in the house in the suburbs with all little birdies chirping. No, I'm just kidding. She didn't say that, but she was basically saying that. And Tommy's like, I promise, we gonna move away. She's like, I'm tired of this street shit. Like, he's like, I promise we gonna get out of this. Like, we gonna have a better life. And it was just funny to me because it's just like, yo, she just don't get it. Like, you should have took that money and you should have left because you're going to end up getting killed. That was funny. And then in the next scene, you see Ghost meeting up with Jason, basically trying to like introduce Dre. But obviously Dre can't make it. He's a little tied up. Get it? Tied up? He's a little tied up. So, Tommy crashes their little party. He's like, what the fuck, Jason? You trying to get me killed? Like, I done made you a lot of money. Then he makes Ghost and Tommy call another truce and tells them that if one of them dies or gets killed by one of the other, the next one's going to be dead in 24 hours. So, good luck. Which is dope because, not dope, but come on, like, who wants Tommy to pull the trigger on Ghost and who wants Ghost to pull the trigger on Tommy? Like, they do better when they a team. But clearly these niggas ain't, you know, they're not getting together. In the next couple scenes, you see 2-Bit, Spank, and Baldy, I'm gonna call him Softy, with Dre. I don't know where the hell they was at, but basically Dre's tied up behind the chair, and 2-Bit like, I should have killed this nigga myself. And Dre, he got the mask on, and he's like figures out, because he had like a wire, whatever, I don't know what the hell it was, but some way he figured out to get his hands out of the thing. And of course they left Softy with him, and they're like, all right, we're gonna be right back. And he's like, and Softy takes the mask off his head, and she's like, no, please, he's like, I wanna call my daughter, I gotta call my daughter. And Softy's like, all right, what's his number? But mind you, before he said that, he peeped that Softy had the gun in his hold, like right there. So Dre was like, grabs the gun, clips that nigga. And I didn't know who, I didn't think it would be Dre, but I knew sooner or later Softy was going to get clipped because he was too soft, like he was too nice. And Tommy said he's the boss. And everybody on the show low-key, like, holds their own. Like, you feel me? Like, you could tell it was just like, bro, what are you doing in the game? Like, not cut out for this. So, I had a feeling that was going to happen. And the following scene, which is one of my favorite scenes in this show, one of my favorite scenes, is when Sax comes in the room, and it's Blanco and the head FBI chief or whatever the hell his title is. And Blanco, she plays the recording of a Proctor talking to Alicia Marie's mother. I forget what her name was. And before she died, and the recording's playing what she's saying, and that he chewed Sax the fuck up. Like, I was loving every second of it because Sax, he just in the way, like, he OD in the way, like, of everything. Like, he the reason why my nigga Proctor got killed. You feel me? He's the reason why a lot of shit just be messing up. And it's like he's trying to blame Ghost for this murder when Tommy did it. Like, he's dead. And they all know Ghost didn't kill Angela. Like, everybody know that. Even when I think they was interrogating him, like, the first episode, they knew that. So, I have a feeling he's gonna be like one of them dumbass cops who try to investigate this shit themselves like they always do. So, we shall see how this is gonna play out. Next few scenes, you see Ghost talking to Ramona at Truth at his club. And, you know, they're strategizing or whatever. And she basically they're talking about Governor Tate or whatever. How she told him she's interested in somebody else. Obviously Ghost. And who walks in? Tommy. And Ghost is like, Tommy, like, it's not the time. Tommy was like, beat it, lady. He was like, dude, did you think your ass was, I was going to let you go for what you did to Lakeisha? And Ghost is like, so what? Like, I offered her money to leave town. He was like, nah, I don't care about the money. But you saying hit it to get it? He's like, why the fuck would I send a hitter to kill Lakeisha? Like, you sound stupid. And Tommy knew right then and there he didn't do it. So I'm wondering, like, if Tommy's going to eventually find out if the other dudes did it. Like, I'm just curious. So, yeah, that was funny. And basically, like, Ghost just tells him, like, yo, we gotta come up with a plan to kill Jason, like, X amount. And he's like, Tommy's like, can I trust you? He was like, you could trust me if you meet me halfway. Like, so we gonna see how that plays out. And then following that scene, Tommy fulfills his promise, gets Lakeisha the big ass house, some random ass neighborhood, which if you ask me, I think he gonna clip her in that house. Maybe that's why he bought that house. I don't know. We shall see. But he buys her this big ass house, and she's happy because she's out. That's her dumbass way of thinking they're out the game. Which, she's so stupid, low-key, on the show, because it's like, how you think he's gonna afford this house? The fuck? Like, so, we gonna see how that goes. Last and final scene, you see Tariq talking to Tasha. Tasha's basically picking Tariq's brain, and it's just like, it was cool to see Tasha like laid back, chill, comfortable, because she always in like that casual whatever. Like, it was just dope to see them laid back and chill, just talking. You could tell Tasha and Tariq are close, like, and she asked him, like, keep it real with me, like, did you try to when you did that whole setup, you were involved, like, with Vincent, like, with the whole him getting kidnapped, you were supposed to get cut. He was like, yeah. She was like, she just told him, she was like, yo, Ghost can't accept it, but I can, but you gotta make a deal with me. And he was like, what? She's like, never lie to me. And he's like, okay, like, I'll go to school. She's like, in turn, I'll give you an education. He's like, all right, I'm gonna go to school. She's like, yeah, we know that, but you gotta commit to having a good life, or an honest life, and you could do the streets. She was like, your dad can accept the shit, but I can. And that's when he pulls out the brick. He's like, okay, so can you show me how to flip this? This is my favorite scene in the entire show, when she says,
all right, Tariq, I'm gonna teach you the game.
When I tell you that was my favorite entire scene in the show, that shit was fire. And I've been seeing like a lot of people post, she's supposed to be a mother, she's a mom, how you let your kids sell drugs? And that shit would work like if we were in the real world, like if somebody was like a normal person like me, like our parents, like honest jobs. But people are forgetting, like, this show ain't based on no fucking morals. And honestly, I feel like it's corny and it's smart, because everybody know Tasha doing that because she need money. She not liking the money she getting from Ghost. Like, she's basically using her son low key, but then also I feel like it's smart because this nigga Tariq, exactly what Dre said, be getting caught, and I feel like he gonna keep doing what he want to do. Like, it's already in him. You feel me? So at the end of the day, like, he's gonna do what he wants, and it's best that somebody show him the game, because this nigga, he gonna get them killed. Like, that ass. You see him playing both sides with Vincent, you feel me? Like, so he just needs to be smarter and have somebody really show him what's good. I hope you guys like my video. This is my recap on Power episode 7. Click that thumbs button, subscribe to my channel, and I should be coming out with more content soon. Thank you.